Before we start, here's a little update on my prize giveaway. Unfortunately, Damien J didn't get in touch. So, you snooze you lose, Damien. So what I'm going to do instead is give £100 to the Marina Dalgleish Appeal. They provide cancer care for sufferers all over Merseyside and beyond. Hi everyone, this is a follow-up video from one that I made a number of months back, where when two lanes merge into one lane, who has priority? Now, it was quite a hard video to put together, that one. I got a lot of responses from the police, the Driving Instructors Association, the DVSA and ROSPA, and they all said really that consideration needs to be used. And a lot of the people said that you should use all the road space. In other words, if there are two lanes, you should go down both and then maybe merge in turn at the end. And even when we got this confirmation from these respected organisations and parties, people still seem to be arguing their point that people should queue really early. People should not be cheeky and drive down maybe one side of the queue and then merge at the end. Now, we find this situation on a daily basis. Well, at least I do. I'm sure everyone out there feels the same. But there are often people who class themselves, if you like, as the lane police. When there is a free lane and someone is trying to make progress down so the queues aren't as long, these people tend to maybe block the road and hold the flow of the traffic up. And we're just going to look at this today because we've got a few interesting examples. So this is what we're talking about. The right lane's blocked a little bit further up the road, but cars are stopped and virtually not moving up at the end, so there's no problem about using all the road space. But this Fiesta thinks otherwise. Thanks. But hang on a minute. Have you already cursed Ashley for doing this? Because if you have, you're the type of person who needs educating on this situation. You're the people who often cause all the problems. Now, what we've got here is me picking my lad up from school. He's coming up to 17, so he's going to be driving shortly. So we're just doing a little bit of theoretical knowledge until he can get legally out on the road.
So, what about this situation exactly? Have we talked to you about this before? What's happening up ahead?
You could drive on the grass.
Drive on the grass? Yeah. Straight through the middle of the trees. I've taught you well, mate.
How did you get through that?
I've taught you well, mate. Joking apart, what's your thoughts on how we should deal with this? I know Dad's driving, but
Wait.
just wait where here?
Probably though, it's not moving.
Should you try and get in that lane early, or should you drive?
Probably more hassle to get into the lane early, so. What's
Now,
that blue van doing?
What's the blue van doing?
Indicate left and right. Stay in the middle.
Is he doing the classic of he doesn't want other people to go down the outside of him? What do you think?
No.
Is he taking
It's
up?
quite bad though.
Is he taking up that position because he thinks people should get in that lane now? Wow.
I'm so confused.
You are.
Yeah, what's he doing?
What he's doing, he's triggered because he thinks people should get in that lane now, and I've even preempted it by asking you the question. This is people's mentality with this scenario, and he'll probably be even more triggered because the learner's doing it. So I'm just being very careful.
That's true, everyone's in that lane.
Do you understand?
Mm.
So that's what you've got to be very, very, very careful of, because some people have the same sort of like mentality and attitude as that guy. But I promise you, there's nothing wrong whatsoever with using all the available road space, going down, and where it merges, merge in turn, one from one side, one from the other. But the problem is you've already seen about the blue van. Yeah? Now, you'd spot any other people who are potentially triggered by other people coming down this outside and using all the road space.
Apart from the Vauxhall, then.
The Vauxhall, yeah, I totally agree, mate. Totally agree. They might not be, but you can usually spot people who tend to do this. Move over. All right. So what should now go on is one should go from one side, one should go from the other side. Yeah?
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. That's all I'm going to do is ask. And now what's this car next to us doing? It's holding back. Perfect. Okay. So there's nothing wrong with that. The lady behind in the Golf, absolutely perfect. What's the van doing? Is he doing anything wrong? He's actually not. And this is the bit that people don't get. And what's going to go on is wherever that van is let in, there's going to be one from the right side of the lane, or right lane, and one from the left side of the lane. That's how I'm going to deal with this, all right? But I'm always ready to just back off and say whatever if someone's just going to barge. So think about what I said as we were coming past that blue van who was triggered before. Yeah? Is this white one in front going to go, no, you're not getting in? Yeah. So what am I doing? Letting the van in? And then on we go. Does that make sense, buddy? Quite a difficult scenario and situation. It really is. But it's made worse, not by the people who use all the road space, but the people who get triggered by people using all the road space. Onto it?
Indicates go all the way back to the roundabouts.
There you go. If you're, again, I use this analogy all the time, but if you're in a supermarket and there was a queue with 20 people in, or a queue with one person in, what queue would you get in? Alright? But what you do have to be very mindful of are the other idiots, like the blue van, that are triggered, as I keep on calling it, about other people supposedly jumping, being cheeky, and it's not the case.
So here we go with another situation. This actually happened on exactly the same day as the previous clip. I'm going to speed certain parts of this clip up so you don't get bored, but effectively it's the lorry in the lane next to us which is the cause of the problem this time. So effectively at this moment he's got a big enough space to move in behind my learner car, but he decides not to. And as the clip will show, it's obvious he doesn't want to let anyone else past him. He's obviously very aware of what he's doing, because watch the white car move that way, so does then the lorry. Now someone must be coming up in lane 2. And while all this is going on, ahead of him's perfectly clear. The one thing I still can't understand is why there isn't a rule to sort this situation out. It's dead simple. Quite simply, in slow moving traffic, you merge in turn, and it would stop all of these problems every single day in every part of the country. But because the people who run our country can't wipe their backsides without having an argument, this is never ever going to happen. So what do we do to fix this situation? Well, education's the key, as I always say when it comes to driving. This video, honestly, I wish it could get out to many people, because it would be a start to then changing driver attitude, and that's always my goal. Like I've said in the previous video, that these situations are often the common cause of road rage on the road, especially towards the learner driver. And you know, I always campaign the cause of the learner driver, but when the learner driver is supposedly the cheeky one and drives down the outside, we're usually the ones who get even more abuse. So education's the key. People need to change their mindset that it's not being cheeky, it's not pushing in. I'd also like to remind people that this should only be used in slow moving traffic. When traffic is moving at a higher pace, you should find a sensible time to merge. Don't leave it to the very end and merge at your first available opportunity, and that's the difference a lot of the time. But anyway, thanks again for paying attention and watching, and I'll see you all soon.